Today we celebrate an awesome saint, Pope St. Leo the Great. Obviously a great saint because he literally gets the word "the Great" attached to the end of him. He was one of our early popes who was famous for writing something called a tome, a really long letter, defending the divinity of Christ, something that would be used in councils. It would also be used to affirm the importance and the primacy of the Pope. That's why we heard in the opening prayer, firm on the apostolic rock, because Peter is the rock on which the church was built. And then also for his great bravery and political savvy, that as Attila the Hun was coming to sack Rome, he actually went outside of Rome's city walls, outside of his protection, to meet him and to talk to him, and actually dissuaded him from actually sacking Rome altogether. And so he was an amazing and incredible and great leader. But that's not why he's a saint. The reason he's such a saint is because I think he really lived out this first reading today, especially this early part, where it says, "Love justice, you who judge the earth," so spoken to rulers. "Think of the Lord in goodness, and seek him in integrity of heart." That a real leader, it doesn't start with a great plan, savvy, charisma. It starts with an integrity of heart, someone who truly loves the Lord, who loves justice, who doesn't just want to be fair, but instead has his or her heart really aligned with God. And while I don't think any of us are going to be a pope one day, we're all called to be leaders. We're all called to lead people to Christ, whether it's being a pastor of a parish, a vocations director, or someone who is at work, or whatever your sphere of influence is. We're all called to lead people to Christ. And if we don't have integrity, no one's going to follow us to him. We could have the best plan. I could have the best plan ever, but if you think I'm a hypocrite, you're not going to follow me, and rightfully so. If people look at us and we know that Christ is the answer, that Jesus is the answer, and yet we don't have integrity of heart, no one's going to follow us to him. And so our Lord today invites us to reflect on our life, on our heart. Where is it that we're being consistent? And where is it that we're not? What barriers are we putting up that keep people from wanting to follow him because of us? And to hand them over to him, turn them over to him. So that just as Pope St. Leo was a great leader, but most importantly, someone who was after God's own heart, that we may be great leaders like he was.